So this is time for the meditation, sitting comfortably. Making sure that you are sitting comfortable with the upright position and freeing yourself from the other distractions and motivating yourself to practice diligently. And during this time of the practice, you are not engaging any other activities, but with your faith and your confidence, you are putting in an effort to be mindful, aware of things as they are, as it occurs during this time when it is taking place. So concentration of the mind achieves when the mind is focused on something, an object. And in order to have that mindset that you are going to concentrate on something, you have to have some sort of a faith and a confidence that the practice that you are going to do has something to offer, and the method that you are practicing has got something to offer. At the initial stage, since we are not confident and we haven't developed the jnanas or the understanding of the techniques, whichever techniques is available, and ability to consult with the teacher on that technique, one should practice diligently and asking questions if there is any occur during the practice of a meditation. And do not go and ask for the philosophical debate or the exercise of a conversation. One should go and report the practice and outcome of the practice. So that's why we have to have some form of faith in the practice, and with that we are applying the sufficient energy to practice and trying to follow the method correctly as much as you can. And in the practice of a meditation, as I mentioned even yesterday, that there is nothing more than these four elements, and that is the body, feeling, mind, and mind object. These are the foundation ground to cultivate our mind. And not being able to be mindful of one of these, we normally go into the past memories or thinking of a future and worrying about it. And since we mostly engage with the outside world, obvious that mind will be conditioned to think and to memorize or remembering the incidents that has happened and worrying about the future, what's going to be. And the practice of a meditation is, rather than having both, first thing in the first is to establish ourselves, or having a safeguard to ourselves. or making ourselves fit before we go out and fight with these defilements, with these problems. And in order to look after ourselves, the body and the mind, all what we are doing is sitting comfortably, watching the bodily functions in this moment, and conscious about how the body is sitting here and now, and what sort of experiences you can experience within this body. And when we are watching closely, observing diligently within this body, then we realize some form of sensations. There will be pleasant sensations and unpleasant sensations. And these will be the second state. We are aware of that. In order to understand these sensations, we need to keep our mind focused, alert, awake, and an ability to know as they occur. And that is the reason we are creating, or we are having, this primary object of concentration, whether it's a breath or the abdomen rising, falling, or whichever you have chosen to work with. Remain with that primary object, working with that. Do not pick and mix. If you are comfortable with the rising, falling of abdomen, then be with that until you really understood. And these are again simply a tool to understand things the way it is. So continue practicing in this way. If you have chosen the breath, then be mindful of the breath incoming and outgoing, and consciously, with your clear consciousness, making a note of it, that I know that this is breathing in, I know that this is breathing out. And sometimes there is a harsh breath, other time a subtle breath, and knowing those again, making a note of it. Another time there will be a longer breath and a shorter breath. And also know that. Although Buddha didn't locate the breath in nostrils or the abdomen, the masters have used either of it to develop the concentration and wisdom later on. So you have to choose which one is conducive for yourself and working with that. And if you have chosen the rising, falling of the abdomen, then again working with that without mixing anything else. So rising, falling, or incoming breath, outgoing breath. We don't have to do too much, simply doing, I know that I am breathing in, I know that I am breathing out. That's all what we need to develop this concentration or awareness, and which is similar in a rising, falling of the abdomen, that this is rising and this is falling. with your clear consciousness, simply aware in this way, ability to making a note of it as it takes place. And do not think of achieving something, or do not think to be special or different from anyone else. The practice of a meditation is we are learning to let go, not holding on to the views of our identity whatsoever. So breathing in and breathing out, being mindful of incoming breath and outgoing breath, or rising and falling. As you breathe in, it rises, and as you breathe out, it falls. Using this rising, falling as a primary object to develop your concentration and to understand things as they truly are. Now we'll practice the loving kindness meditation. Relax yourself. And bring your attention to the body, aware of sensations in your body. And to your hands, and to your heart, aware of sensations in the heart. And sharing loving kindness and compassion to yourself. I am well, I am happy, I am peaceful. May I be free from suffering, hurtfulness, hatred. May I be free from troubles of body and mind. Similarly, sharing loving kindness and compassion to other sentient beings, starting from near dear one, whatever beings there are, visible and invisible beings. May all beings be well and happy. May all beings be free from sufferings, hatefulness, hatred. May all beings be free from troubles of body and mind. May they be liberated. Pay respect to the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhaṃ Bhagavaṃ Abhivademi. Sawakhato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammam Namaskar. Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho Saṅgham